Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Lore and Loot Morrowind. If we speak to Master Arion once more and ask for chores, he will tell us that he is ready to declare us a Magister, which would signal our intent to challenge Archmagister Gothrin as head of House Telvanni on Vardenfell. We are given three options. We can say yes. We shall challenge Gothrin and topple him from his tower. We can tell him we need more time to think about this, as it is a big deal. Or we can decline his offer if we have no intention of being head of the house. Mechanically speaking, we need to decline if we're going to see and do everything there is to do in the House Telvanni questline, so we will politely decline. This does not please Arion, and he tells us that if we decline his offer, he will make us master, but he will never be able to grant us the chance to become a magister. We get one chance. He's lying, but more on that later. We can say yes. We understand. Never be the big boss, whatever, no big deal. You see, we need to be master rank in order to be able to chat with our mouth, Fast Eddie, and get him to do 2 chores for us. If you skip straight to Magister, you'll miss out. So today, we'll be doing just that, speaking to Fast Eddie and getting 2 chores for him to do. Now, it is my understanding that what I just said, is only true if you are playing a patched version of the game, one that works around the Telvanni master bug that I mentioned a few episodes ago. If you're playing vanilla, you might be able to skip this, but it could ruin the quest in the future. So, in the patched version, you have to wait till you're master, and then you can do the Fast Eddie stuff. Otherwise, you might be able to do the Fast Eddie stuff earlier, but you might screw up the continuity and ruin your Telvanni run. Anyways, arriving in Sadrith Mora, we can head straight to the council house and speak with our mouth. Speak to our mouth with our mouth. He'll tell us that he can do a chore for us, sure. He will retrieve for us the Ring of Equity. It is located in Tel Naga, right here in Sadrith Mora, and we just need to get a key for him. Any key will do, and many people have such a key. Now, while someone with nimble fingers may be able to procure one quietly, someone like us, well, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, by killing someone. Flying up to the very top of Tel Naga, we will make our target the unsuspecting Dunmer, Iverme Sarandis. She doesn't know it yet, but she's as good as dead. Hey, you look ridiculous in that armor and helmet. I mean, you literally look like a Silt Strider. And by the way, your arms are too skinny. She is instantly angered, and rightfully so, and smartly casts a silence spell on us, forcing us to summon our Dremora to do the deed. In her inventory, she has the key we need, and with the key in our possession, we can head back and give it to the fastest of all Eddies. Eddie will tell us to check in on him in a few days as he sneaks into Tel Naga and snags us the ring. If we don't hear from him in a few days, he says, well, we'll probably need to find a new mouth. After a few days, our journal updates, and we see that we need to go talk to Eddie, as he seems to be back. Returning to the council chambers, we speak with him and he hands over the ring. Nice. So, what else can you do, Mr. Ed? Well, he says, he knows where the Amulet of Unity is. Interesting. I have never heard of this amulet, but please tell me more. Well, Eddie tells us that the amulet is of ancient origin and is located on the mainland of Morrowind under heavy guard. If we want it, we'll have to get him some potions of invisibility so that he can sneak by the guards. 5 potions of invisibility, to be exact. Well, great. We'll need to go find some. Now, sadly, only standard potions of invisibility will work, and you can't brew your own. Also, sadly, there are no restocking vendors that sell this potion. Inconveniently, there are only a handful of alchemists that have a potion like this, and we'll be doing a lot of traveling to get 5 of them. Thankfully, we won't have to travel far for the first 2. Right outside the council house in the open-air market is Arangair, the Bosmer alchemist, who will sell us one. Close by is Aneth Seloth's shop, and she also has a potion for sale. Now, the last 3 we will get are all in Mages Guild hands, sadly, so we'll have to deal with that. First up, Aldaroon and Anaranen, who hates us so much that he at first won't even speak to us in order for us to bribe him. However, after a few hundred drakes, he finally agrees to sell it to us. We will next travel to Caldera and get insulted by Ernand Thierry, but eventually we'll get our hands on the 4th one. One more to go. On to Vivek and Kracia Julialan, who, again, requires bribing. Now, yes, there are other merchants who don't require bribing and would have been cheaper, but this is just faster and more convenient, honestly. It's not like we're hurting for cash anyways.
Stay out of trouble and you won't get hurt.
Now, with all 5 potions, we can head back to Sadrith Mora and hand them over to Eddie. He will tell us that he will be gone for a while since, he has to travel all the way to the mainland and all. He should see us back in a few weeks. Thankfully, it doesn't take a few weeks, but just a few days, and after a few, we'll get a journal update telling us to go talk to him. Once we return, he'll hand over the Amulet of Unity. So now, what exactly did we just get, these 2 items? Well, let's take a look. The Amulet of Unity is an amulet that fortifies intelligence, willpower, alteration, conjuration, destruction, illusion, mysticism, and restoration, 5 points each for 120 seconds on self. It's worth 1,000 septims, which seems cheap for what it does. This is quite a nifty amulet indeed. The Ring of Equity, likewise, is a pretty nice ring. This ring will cast spell absorption 100 points for 30 seconds on self and reflect 70% for 30 seconds on self. For someone like us that can't regenerate magicka, this is actually a phenomenal ring to own. It is worth 3,150 drakes. And so, we have gotten our mouth to do some chores for us, for a change. But have we really screwed ourselves over from ever being able to become head of House Telvanni? Well, join me next time for more lore and loot to find out. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lore and Loot, and I'll see you next time.